Welcome to Navia Benefit Solutions, and thank you for trusting us with the administration of your GoNavia benefit. The GoNavia program enables an employee to pay for their work-related transit and parking costs using pre-tax dollars through utilizing Navia's flexible online ordering platform. Employees can place one-time or recurring orders through the participant portal and should pay special attention to ordering deadlines. All orders and modifications must be completed by the 20th day of the month to be available at the beginning of the following month. For example, orders for January must be placed by December 20th. In order to take advantage of this benefit offering, an employee must first be designated as benefit eligible, either via file feed or manually through the employer portal. If you are not currently sending EDI files to Navia, all employee updates, such as new hires, demographic data updates, and terminations, will be managed through the employer portal. Let's start by walking through how to make employee updates, such as adding a new hire and termination dates. To add a new hire to our system, you will begin by logging into our employer portal. From the home page, select Plan Management from the left-hand menu, then select Participants. From here, click Add Participant in the top right-hand corner. You will then be asked to enter all of the employee's demographic data first, including SSN, date of birth, address, and email address. So I will enter that in here. We'll just enter some dummy data to get an account in. We'll select a state and add the zip code. You do want to make sure to add an email address for an individual. A debit card is required, an email address is required to issue that debit card, so you want to make sure you plug that in. If you do have departments set up, you will be asked to identify which department the employee belongs to, and then you'll enter the SSN. And then we'll hit Next at the bottom of the screen. Once you finish building their profile, you may now enroll them in the commuter benefits by entering a benefit eligibility date under the GoNavia commuter section. So this page will show you all of the benefits that you can enroll an employee into. So we'll scroll down to the GoNavia commuter section here. Typically, an employee will be eligible for both mass transit and parking, so make sure to add a benefit eligibility date to each plan. You'll see transit and parking as separate benefits. So we're going to add an eligibility date to both of these. And then we're going to hit Next at the bottom of the page. If you do have participant direct deposit information, you may add it on the screen. However, a participant can add this information at any time through our Navia participant portal, so no need to enter it here if you do not have it. And then don't forget to hit Submit at the bottom of the page. Once a new hire has been added and designated as benefit eligible, the employee will receive an activation email the following business day, which will contain important instructions for placing their first monthly order on our participant portal. After placing their first GoNavia order, employees will then be issued a debit card. If they are already enrolled in a benefit that offers the debit card, the employee will not be issued a new card, and funds will be loaded on to their existing active card. Please note that Navia does offer a single card solution, so for employers that offer multiple benefits tied to the debit card, participants can access their full suite of benefits using one single card. Now that we've learned how to add a new hire, let's walk through how to complete a termination for an existing employee. To add a benefit termination date to an employee's account, enter their name in the employee search fields located on the participant tab. So I'm already on that screen here, so I'm going to enter a participant name in this field. You can enter the name or you can locate them here from the participant list. So I'm going to enter a name and then click on their account here. You can add the termination date by going to the eligibility tab at the top of the page. So you'll see multiple tabs up here at the top. We're going to go to eligibility. And then from here, you can add a termination date to all benefits or only selected benefits. So you can see here, terminate all benefits, or if you're just wanting to term eligibility for one particular benefit, you can do so here. I'm going to say terminate all benefits. It will default it to today's date. So if you do want to backdate it or put a future date, you can do so. Once a benefit termination date has been added to the system, the GoNavia debit card functionality will be deactivated for the employee as of 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the date of termination. I'm going to make sure I hit save to apply that termination date. We will now review the commuter monthly order timeline and your employer responsibilities regarding payroll deductions. It is important that commuter orders and payroll deductions are reviewed and reconciled monthly to ensure smooth plan administration. To assist with this process, Navia provides 2 reports each month associated with your commuter benefit. An email notification will be sent to commuter contacts when the reports are posted and available on the portal. The first report that you're going to get is the initial payroll deduction report, and this lists all commuter orders placed for the upcoming month, and it's broken down by benefit, so parking and transit separately. This report will be available on the 21st of each month. Once available, you do have 2 business days, including the 21st, if that is a weekday, to review the report and let us know of any eligibility discrepancies. It's important that all discrepancies are sent to commuter@naviabenefits.com by noon Pacific Standard Time on the 2nd business day. Again, that email address is commuter@naviabenefits.com. The second report that you will receive is the final payroll deduction report, and that is generated and available on the portal on the 3rd business day after the 20th of the month. This report will serve as your record of all finalized employee orders for the upcoming month, for which payroll deductions should be taken from employee paychecks. Navia does recommend taking the full monthly order from the first paycheck following the final deduction report to reduce your employer liability. The payroll deduction report will also indicate the method of funds delivery as directed by the participant when finalizing their order. So please note that options may vary by plan and location, but may include agency direct, in which funds are loaded to a transit agency pass or card, funds loaded directly to a Navia debit card, or banking direct deposit or check. As a visual overview, let's review an example timeline of key events in the commuter ordering and reconciliation process. So here you'll see the process flow. So the employee would place an order on our portal by the 20th of the month for the upcoming month. Then, on the 21st of each month, you will receive an initial payroll deduction report. The employer would review that initial report and let us know of any changes by noon Pacific time on the second business day. Then you will receive a final payroll deduction report available on the portal as well on the third business day following the 20th of the month. Employers, you should review the final payroll deduction report and take payroll deductions for finalized commuter orders based on the final report. Another important aspect of the commuter monthly ordering process is plan funding. So the final payroll deduction report is going to serve as your invoice for plan funding. So upon issuance of the report, Navia will initiate a direct debit from your company's bank account for the total of the orders placed that benefit month. A detailed overview of the payroll deduction reports will be covered in the reporting section of this tutorial. Keep in mind that this benefit may only be used for active employees commuting to and from work. So the benefit will become inactive effective on the date of termination for an individual, and any remaining funds after the termination are considered forfeited and will not be returned to the employer, or excuse me, will be returned to the employer on the 25th of the month following the date of that employee's termination. Please note that for compliance purposes, forfeitures should not be reimbursed to the terminated employee. Back on our Navia portal, I'm going to go to our report section. So to assist with your plan administration, we do offer a robust suite of reporting, and that is easily accessible at any time through our employer portal. There are a few reports that I'd like to highlight here. So we're going to navigate to the main menu here, and then we're going to go to reports. The first report I'd like to highlight is the year-to-date report. Let's review an example. The year-to-date is a summarized listing of all participant balances as well as plan balances. This report provides an accurate reflection of the plan totals every time an employee utilizes their commuter funds. Each participant will be broken out by their own line item on the report, and their key information such as total contributions and total disbursements will be displayed in the columns following their name. For the purposes of the commuter benefit, the only reports you will utilize other than this year-to-date report here are the initial payroll deduction report and the final payroll deduction report that we spoke about earlier. So let's review an example of that. Again, the initial payroll deduction report is going to list all commuter orders placed for the upcoming month, broken down by benefit. The initial and the final payroll deduction reports, the layout is exactly the same. So there's no change in the format between those reports. As you can see on this report, the columns indicate how much the employee chose to order for the upcoming month and the method of funds delivery that they chose. So you can see that here in column G. You'll see the employee name, the dollar amount. Another helpful column on this report is column I. This is going to indicate that there has been a change from the prior month. So this is a good indicator to see if you need to change a payroll deduction in your system. All right, so now that we've walked through our standard commuter plan administration, I would like to highlight a couple of a few plan features that are available to our clients and may be established at the time of your plan implementation. The first option that we would like to feature or highlight here is our employer subsidy. Navia does have a variety of options for making employer subsidies available on the commuter benefit to participants, including whole dollar amounts. For example, participants receive up to $50 per month from the employer to be applied to the commuter benefit. We could do a percentage. For example, participants receive an employer subsidy of 50% of their order. Or another example is a percentage up to the dollar amount. So, and that example would be participants receive an employer subsidy of 50% of their order up to a maximum of $100 per month. So there is flexibility there with subsidies if that is something you're interested in offering your employees. In addition, subsidies can be made available at a plan level across parking and transit benefits, or at a benefit level, you can apply it to the whole plan itself. There's also flexibility to providing it to a specific department or employee population based on location. Another feature that I'd like to highlight here is our GoNavia agency integration. Currently, Navia provides employees the option to seamlessly load their Clipper card directly through our online ordering platform. This direct load option is available to our on our participant portal and only for those with addresses within the San Francisco Bay Area. To utilize this method of funds delivery, the employee must provide their Clipper card number and opt for a specific pass to be loaded onto that Clipper card when placing their monthly order. Navia would then load that selected pass directly onto their Clipper card rather than having the funds loaded to their Navia debit card. Clipper does charge a $2 agency fee for this service, which will appear on the payroll deduction reports. That should be included in the employee's payroll deduction, or it can be covered by the employer if you choose. We are currently working towards expanding our direct integration capabilities to include other transit agencies in the future, and will continue to keep our clients updated as new options are made available. This concludes our administrative overview of the GoNavia commuter benefit. Thank you for taking the time to review this important information, and we look forward to partnering with you. Thank you.